What if, hypothetically, you drove around with like, I don't know, like a small bag of rocks, just like knuckle sized?
Wait, are the rocks made of?
They're rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're like normal pebbles from
okay.
the
They're
earth.
not like, okay.
Yeah. How illegal is it to then throw those rocks out the window, just small, when people cut you off or annoy you or piss you off or anything like that? Because I'm about ready to start throwing boulders at people while driving.
Sounds all right to me.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Me either.
But there's just so many times that I wish I just had like, I don't know, like a fistful of like pebbles and just throw it at someone's window.
That'd be awesome if you could be able to actually do that, though.
Right, while driving at like 70 miles an hour and then be accurate and those pebbles not get just tossed in the fucking
Talk about real life Mario Kart right now.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like where you're...
Throw
like,
a banana peel out the window.
You reap what you sow, you know?
True.
You drive like an idiot, you're going to get rocks thrown at you by an idiot.
Heard
most
that.
likely.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like the law of attraction. You being a fucking idiot.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of fucking
you
idiots
drive
in your
great
life.
next to me. Cool.
I'll probably let you in.
Yeah. Come on over,
If
bro.
you
Let's
use your
share
signal,
this lane.
if you use your signal, I'll probably let you in.
Oh, and if you're being reasonable and our speeds are matching or you're going fast, like, oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But if I'm like trying to get off or like get on or trying to merge from like an exit ramp or an entrance ramp or onto the express lanes or off and you're just like oblivious or you're like, oh, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to drive at 59 miles an hour when the speed limit's 75 and I'm in the fast lane right as the express lane is entering it. Like,
I'm getting anxiety thinking about this happening to me tomorrow on the way to work.
oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
And all the construction and it gets worse. Like every day I just feel like more interactions with people are leading me to want to throw rocks.
Yeah.
Basically.
And sometimes I really think that I have control over like my immediate emotion in the moment. Like, you know what? No, I'm good and everything. And then someone cuts me off and just like those pebbles, it all goes out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did throw a fudge bar that I was eating while driving once.
What a waste.
It was really bad. Both our windows were rolled down. It was like a real bad cutoff. They basically ran a stop sign and almost hit me. And I was like turning, and so they were going to hit me like on my driver's side, but I was turning left. And so like as I went, I like tossed the fucking fudge bar and I was like, fuck you. This was many years ago. Pretty sure I remember the fudge bar being somewhat accurate. I don't know if it went inside or outside, but I have thrown a fudge bar at someone.
That's pretty awesome. I don't know if I have any hardcore road rage. Like, I mean,
have you ever had anything thrown at you?
No, maybe like throw up the middle finger, but yeah.
I had a water balloon thrown at me.
That's cool.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's like no harm
on principle
done.
alone, it feels disrespectful.
100%. But
and you're like, hey, fuck you.
Like, at least they didn't throw pebbles at you.
That's true.
Depends
also,
on,
what comes next. It's like your move, you know?
Yeah.
I just lit your windshield up with a bunch of fucking rocks.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do about it? You going to keep driving 59 miles fucking hour? Or you going to speed the fuck up now?
Probably speed the fuck up.
Exactly. I'm helping everyone.
Or slow the fuck down.
Or slow the fuck down and get off.
Fuck away from you.
And then no one has to deal with you.
Yeah, no. I've only had experiences of people like coming up next to me, like, you know, right there, and you know, you can see them, you know, mouthing it, or they're probably yelling it in their car, but they're like, pull over, man.
And you're like, why would I ever do that?
What? I don't want to kill you. Or like, get stabbed.
Or get shot.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I definitely don't. Well, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
But will I talk massive shit from my car? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm confident, and if it did get to a violent point, which it's not because I'm not getting out of my car.
Yeah, I'm not getting out.
But like, if it did.
Playing the legal card. Yeah, I'm going to be like, unless I got followed home.
That's another thing.
If I got followed home.
Then you go to someone else's house or meet somewhere and you call your boys. Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's a rude awakening.
Are we fantasizing about being followed home right now?
I think so. I think I've put thought into this and been like, oh my God, please follow me so I have a reason to step out of this vehicle.
Like the people who are really about home invasions and like protecting against them
that want to shoot someone.
I am absolutely not like against owning a gun in your home. Like I am a fully support of that. But like it's just funny. Like
there are some people who are looking for that reason.
Right.
Like, oh my
I
God,
don't think it's a large
so
percentage of them. I'm not one of those people who thinks that like all gun owners are like that. But there are a lot of people that are like doomsday preppers. Like there has to be a level of wanting that.
Oh yeah.
No matter how small that level is.
Even if it's
I'm
subconscious.
not judging you. I'm not judging you. I think if like when virtual reality gets there, like Walking Dead games and post-apocalyptic games are going to be all the fucking rage.
Oh, 100%.
Like, what if in 20 years, virtual reality games are like, oh, you spend a week surviving, like, or like the show Westworld. I don't know if you ever saw it on HBO. Absolutely need to. Plays a big part into exactly what I just said. Virtual reality vacation, basically, at like an old time with.
That's crazy.
It's an insane show, and there are multiple seasons.
And they spend time like. In real time, they're gone for a week in this virtual reality?
Oh, no, it's not just virtual reality. In Westworld, they're in a city, like an old town western, and all the people there are robots. They're AI, but they're so advanced. So it's the next step after virtual reality. Virtual reality is like...
It's like another Matrix?
Right. This is just like, no, you pay a fee to this company and you go live in this western. You can't die. They can't harm you.
Oh.
You get to fuck all the girls at the saloon. You know, they're all sex AI, so like they make them look perfect. And then, you can go on quests with AIs that are going to take you in the mountains. It's a crazy show, dude. It's really great, and it's got a lot of like social points that it touches on, like about the future and how we're gonna how like things could evolve.
Reality, could evolve into stuff like that.
Right?
Have you seen the newer season of the Black Mirror?
I saw the Miley Cyrus episode. Did not like it.
I wasn't a big fan of that one. I don't even think I finished it, to be honest with you.
The ending was the best part, actually.
Really?
I think so.
Man,
like I think the ending was the best part of it.
I really can't remember whether or not I finished it.
What were we talking about before, like virtual reality?
Throwing rocks at people because they piss us off?
Yeah, fuck people.
In general.
Let's throw rocks at them. The people who are like doomsday preppers, it's like a small percentage of them want that to happen. Like, I think it would be cool to be in The Walking Dead for a couple days and like blah, blah, blah. But you know what wouldn't be cool? My whole family being eaten by fucking zombies, or me having to kill my family because they're zombies.
Because they're zombies, yeah. Right.
And then everyone's family's fucking dead. Like, no, that shit's in its actual sense is not fucking cool.
And then you're basically like, you go back to, if that's in the future, you go back to like primal type instinct, primal living. Like, dude, no AC, no shower, no medicine.
Unless you're an engineer, or unless you have legitimate skills, we both have skills, but it goes back to like Joe Rogan actually made this a joke in one of his older stand-ups, but it's like, if I dropped you in the woods with like no technology, how long until you can send me an email?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I drop you in Amazon, when can I get an email from you?
It's going to take a while.
I'm butchering his bit, but it's like...
But yeah,
no, I mean... Not even a while.
It's going to take like...
Can you build a computer from scratch?
No, I'm talking about a while as in like... A while as in like I'll be dead. Yeah, like whoa, that was a while ago. As in like probably 50 years ago, because I don't know how fast we can, get to it like, now.
Okay, my great grandchildren might be able to send you an email, because it's gonna take generations of like.
Well, I guess if you drop me in the Amazon and like I don't have, are you dropping me in the Amazon and I have access to like travel and I can get somewhere and I'm like, okay, I can send you an email. Are you talking about building a computer? Yeah, from square one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's Joe Rogan's point.
I can't fathom how people got to where we are now, like with all the technology we have, and it's like, okay, well, we started with rocks and sticks.
Yeah, his point is basically like, we think we're smart and we're so much smarter than these people, but it's our society is smarter and more intelligent.
As a
tools, the tools around us are more intelligent. But he's like, do you know how your iPhone works?
Like, I'm capable of X, Y, and Z with my phone and computer and this technology because it's been provided to me and I've been taught how to use it. Right. I don't know how to make a guitar. Like, you're very talented and very skilled with the guitar. I've been playing guitar
for 15 years. I can't make a fucking guitar.
Yeah, like what?
We drive cars every day. We can do basic maintenance on it, but
I'm so far from being able to understand.
Us, if we're in the middle of the woods and there's a broken down car, we're fucked. Me and you are fucked.
100%.
But my buddy Chase, or a legitimate mechanic for that, like, let's say they might not be fucked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they might not be fucked. They might be totally fine getting out of there.
I could probably keep myself warm.
Yeah.
And die.
Dude, I think we would survive longer than we would. I think we would be okay,
because I'd eat someone.
It wouldn't be fun. Oh yeah, bro, cannibalism 100%.
I don't know, like hunting.
If it got to the like end where you're like,
if we're talking about the extreme, I'd have to eat someone, because I don't know or like kill like a small animal, because I can't build a bow.
But also, I feel like in those situations, potentially hunting small animals could be harder than hunting like another human. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would be a lot easier for me to go catch someone on the street right now than a rabbit.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
It was very morbid and like
but yeah, I mean, and then
so like if you're in the wild, like how much do you know about like hunting and then like
between jack shit and zero.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty like
you could even hand me a bow and be like, here you go, and I'd be like, I'm still gonna fuck this up.
Right. Like, yeah. It's just so funny.
I talked to a lot of the guys on site and I'm like, man, I really want to go hunting, and they're like, oh yeah, you should come hunting with us. And I'm like, I don't think you realize how fucking serious I am.
Right.
Like, I think I need to learn this skill. Not because 100%. I think I'm gonna be dropped into the Amazon. I don't want to
go drink in a deer stand with you, bro.
Yeah, no.
I want to learn it all.
The art of hunting.
Well, a goal of mine in my life is to be a lot more self-sufficient with my meat intake. I want to kill my meat. I want to know where, I want to know I'm
glad you said that.
It humbles you to know that exactly where that meat came from.
Oh yeah.
And did I take the movie Avatar extremely seriously? Yeah. But those are the good points of that movie. Like, you should
at least
feel
you took
connected
something from
with
that.
your
Yeah.
meal.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you, James Cameron.
I agree with that. It would be so awesome if you could, go to the wilds and take from the lands, and you let's say you go elk hunting, which a lot of people go elk hunting and they don't even see any elk. But let's say you went elk hunting and you got lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it. You kill an elk, bro. You have like 750 pounds of meat.
You have hundreds of pounds of meat that can feed you, your families, your friends.
Yeah,
that's a fucking. That's an animal that necessarily... Okay, that was not a fart. That was... my phone was, like, on the mic stand. But, like... And I mean, it does sound morbid to, like, a lot of people, but, like... I understand why people go vegan when it comes to a social issue. And I get that. But I myself want to consume animal products. I see the benefit. I feel like I don't want to get into a debate right now. I mean, I will get in debates with people.
Yeah, it's a conversation for another time.
Just for the sake of this conversation, not to debate about the moral justification, I like to eat meat and animal products. But I would like to not contribute to the massive
I agree.
Industry.
And be able to be like, yes, I do eat meat, but I mean, I take it from the land myself. It's from an animal that experienced, a good life, or I mean, I don't know how good it can be. It's trying to survive in the wild.
But it's a natural life.
And you're also not eating. I mean, if you are really spiritual and, a lot of vegans are kind of like into this mentality. It's like you're eating something that has been in fear and that has been tortured its entire life. If you go take something from the wild, it's in its most natural and blissful environment
and to be honest,
possible.
Putting a bullet in it is a lot nicer than
allowing it to be torn apart by wolves, or if you're in Africa, lions, or that's natural. It's natural.
Very few. I mean, yeah, it could die of natural age, and that happens. But it's still just like putting a bullet. It's dead. It's gone. Like you didn't put it into a cage that it can't move its whole fucking life.
Right.
And like it's just, I would love to have chickens. I would love to have all my eggs so fucking fresh. And when you have like enough chickens, like it's more eggs than you can eat.
Oh, so yeah. Then, like,
I would
all the time.
love to give it to my neighbors. I would love to give you eggs, my parents. You know what I mean? Like fresh eggs. Okay, so now we don't have to support that part of it.
It would also be cool to like, you have you kill an elk, you hunt an elk that has been fighting wolves its entire life, that has really been trudging through the wilderness and the snow and just really, grinding it out there in the wilderness. Yeah, no, I would die really quick. Back to the Amazon question, I'm dead.
No, see, okay, but then... Okay, I want to touch on the Amazon kind of. I don't think we would be dead. The Amazon, yes, because that's brutal fucking. But like, maybe
some national park in.
But let's say
America.
Let's say that when you hunt and kill an animal, you gain a little bit of its like spirit, or like what makes it an animal.
Spirit energy.
So if that was like super true, right? Would you immediately just go kill big cats, or would you go the crocodile route? The reptile, the fucking dinosaurs of our... Well, technically birds are more of like the dinosaur, but like... Anyway.
But still, prehistoric.
Like, okay, so like, you kill 100 lions, you become a little bit more... Like, you start... Like, I'm talking full, like, supernatural, hypothetical world that does not exist.
I feel like your
now.
prowess... I don't know if I'm saying that word right. Like, your cunning skill, like your stealth-based skill, your guile... would skyrocket.
That's true.
Yeah, they're master hunters. Big cats are.
Oh yeah.
I mean crocodiles for sure too. But I mean, dude, I think big cats, the way that they hunt on their own.
Tigers are really the killer hunters out of the big cats.
And I mean, you can kind of pull. I mean, you can kind of pull lions out of that mix of big cats because they hunt in prides,
right?
And there's a lot of strategy based. It's almost closer to the
male
way wolves
is a lot more pulled back than It's a very feminine led pack as far as the hunting and the brutal shit goes. The women 100%. Are the fucking killers,
right? The men are just there to procreate and to protect against other male lions,
exactly. Who
that are really only coming to start a family with those women and kill you.
It's
a
weird dynamic.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird, very
okay. But then let's say, I don't know, you kill 1,000 birds and you maybe can start to fly.
That'd be cool as fuck.
But maybe not fly, but your bones start to hollow out. Well, then your bones will break. But then you become lighter. I feel like
you'd be super fucking agile.
Yeah, maybe it helps with your agileness.
Agility.
You eat a bunch of dogs and you can smell really good.
Or like your sense of oneness isn't necessarily just you, because dogs and wolves, where they come from,
or hyenas, wild dogs too, stuff like
hyenas that. Actually are more biologically related to big cats than dogs.
Okay, yes. But we could just go like African prairie dogs or some shit.
The African wild dogs are brutal. Yeah, I like those guys.
Also, I want to clarify here. It's not just eating the animals. It's you having been in combat and you took the life of the animal.
My God, can you imagine fighting a lion with a spear?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. Or a pack of wolves,
you got to eat, you got to fight, several different wolves. A crocodile, that'd be so insane.
Have you ever watched Swamp People? One of the most entertaining shows on History Channel.
That's insane.
I love it. I would pay to go hunt.
But those are alligators, right?
Yeah, those true. Those are alligators. But
crocodiles are much bigger, but they're still same type of hunting style. It's a coyote versus a wolf.
You still have to shoot a soft spot on the back of their skull that's the size of a quarter or like a 50-cent piece.
Yeah, otherwise you're shooting armor-plated scales. Yeah, that's insane, man.
But that'd be a dope video game, kind of. I know we talk about video games a lot, but basically, what we're talking about, you go and hunt, and then you can you gather what's.
If I had to pick an animal, and they were like, you got to hunt this animal, and you will absorb its spirit energy. Pick one. What are you hunting?
Ooh, okay. So then, yeah, what?
I'm asking you right now. What are you hunting? Let's talk. Let's talk zones? You want to talk ocean, and then savanna, and then American type animals?
How about this? You get one land animal.
One flight and one land
one sea, and one water.
Okay,
so you get 3.
Okay, yeah. Okay. We'll take turns.
We'll start with Earth, your land-bearing animal, basically.
That's the hardest one. Okay, but go. Yeah, you go first,
dude. 100% cheetah. Fastest. It's not going to make me as fast as a cheetah, but if it makes me faster than every other human,
if you're the fastest human on Earth, by far,
right? Let's say I run 40 miles an hour now.
Dude, they run 70.
I know. But
that's insane.
Me running 40 now, I'm so much more capable than other humans and most other animals. So then now
well, you could compete with racehorses.
Exactly. Imagine a human racehorse who then also gets the powers of 2 more animals I haven't thought of. Your land animal.
My land animal? Man, I'm caught between 2 right now, and I don't want to say one or the other. I'm gonna go ahead and say 3, 2, 1. Tiger.
I mean, yeah, big cats are kind of the fucking kings.
It was between, I guess there's 3. It was between a wolf, a lion, and a tiger. But the tigers, they're real self-sustaining.
Yeah,
they're about on average 30 to 50 pounds bigger than lions.
Oh, they're fucking huge, dude.
Huge. They survive in brutal cold. Mm-hmm. And their stealth is just amazing, Yeah. It's power and stealth manifested in one. And no fucks given.
I like that.
Yeah.
When it comes to the water, I want to say orca. Because they fucking kill great whites.
Yeah, orca. I think everyone.
But also, what are you gaining? Yeah.
Super intelligence.
Well, if you want to go intelligence in the sea, then we need to start talking about octopi, squid, dolphins, whales, different, right? There's so many other there's a lot of creatures in the sea that are thought to be incredibly intelligent.
I think octopus is like way up there.
Yeah, whale, like very high up there. So if we're looking for an intellectual advantage, those absolutely. But what if you wanted like Aquaman speed? Maybe you pick a dolphin because then you get the intelligence and the fucking.
An orca is a type of dolphin, but they're not bottlenose.
I bet they swim pretty fucking fast too. Orcas.
Oh yeah,
I'd say orcas. Orcas are fucking dope.
Orcas, yeah, dude. And they're a type of dolphin. So you could, I don't know, talk to your homie dolphin. You're like, hey, my cousin.
This also might be like the third or fourth podcast where we've just talked about like physical enhancements that are never going to happen. But I'm pretty.
Doesn't matter. I think about them a lot.
I think about these a lot because I'm a piece of shit.
The reason why I picked tiger,
to like what my imagination could make me.
Oh my god,
with bionic upgrades.
Yeah, I agree with that. About me too. Like, I read. There's this book that I've been reading. It's called No Beast So Fierce, and this is why I picked the tiger. It's because it's about the Champawat tiger in India that I believe from like 1907 it went on to 1917. I could be off by 4 years either way. But yeah, it went on a killing spree and is responsible for 436 deaths throughout its killing spree.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was a female tiger, so smaller than most.
Yeah.
Smaller than half the other tigers out there as far as males go.
Fuck.
And she gets shot in the jaw by a poacher, and so her jaw's fucked up, so she can't hunt her normal prey. So she starts moving north through India, goes on a killing spree, and starts picking on the weak humans.
That's so dope.
And is responsible for 436 kills. And then the other side of the story is about the hunter who goes into her lair, and he goes into the jungle by himself and hunts her down. It talks a lot about like the royal.
It's a different
hunts,
Moby Dick story.
Oh yeah.
It's a different Moby Dick story.
It's great.
Which I want to read Moby Dick just once in my life to just like have that experience.
Yeah, have the experience of reading that.
It. Yeah, I think it'd be a cool audio book too. On a road trip, Moby Dick would probably be a really cool audio book. So your tiger orca.
I think so.
What did I choose? Cheetah orca. I like speed.
Yeah.
I like speed.
I like raw power mixed with some intelligence.
With me being all Hulk and shit, like that's like my guy. I'm surprised I didn't pick something a little bit more like gorilla
strength. Yeah, or like a bear.
Fucking bears, dude.
A grizzly. Oh my god.
The biggest bear, a giant polar bear versus a silverback gorilla. You couldn't put a price on that. I wouldn't pay to watch.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, I'm not really against animal brutality, but if someone was like, this is happening, I'd be like,
we got the most violent, biggest polar bear, largest polar bear, and then we have like the biggest silverback gorilla, and we're gonna make them fight, and then like maybe inject them with something that makes them more angry.
Damn.
Like, and put them in like a coliseum. Like, I want front row tickets.
Oh yeah. I'm in. Not in the coliseum, not in the pit with them, but
I'd pay for floor seats.
You'd also pay to die. Have you seen those Russian? They're like from the 30s. It's like a Russian bear hunting suit, and it's basically chainmail with a bunch of spikes.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're still getting fucked, but
that's gangster.
Yeah, that's gangster. Yeah. Who the fuck? Oh, I'll test that out. Let me get the prototype. I got it.
Be like, you know what? Make the holes in the chainmail a little smaller because his fucking 4.5-inch claw still went through my heart.
Oh my god!
Fucking pierced it.
Well, you'd be like, still went through his heart. He's dead. I'll take the next one. And then there's crazy motherfuckers that are like, oh, it failed. I'll just enhance it. I'll do it. Harpy eagle. It's the largest bird of prey. Their wingspan, I think, is like 6.5 feet.
I like that.
And
I want to see this.
I mean, they hunt baby deer.
Ooh, yeah, that's a dude. Look at this one.
Oh my god,
with a glassed over eye. Holy, I got to save this picture.
Yeah, that is that
dude,
guy.
That's a sick picture. We're looking at this picture of like.
Whenever you're done typing that in and saving that, go up and then 2 over to the right from the picture that you're looking at. Look how big that harpy eagle is compared to that guy.
Oh yeah, compared to this dude. Yeah, that's like a.
It's as big as his torso and head.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
And his talons are as big as his hand.
Okay.
Oh my god, ew. Oh
exactly.
Yeah.
I would be a tarantula hawk wasp. Okay. They're a rated 4 on the Schmidt scale of pain. It only goes up to 4.
Oh my god.
They kill tarantulas, dude. They are gnarly as fuck.
Oh
so
my
imagine
god.
like being able to sting someone with your ass and fly away, but run as fast as a cheetah to then jump in the air and fly like the insect after stinging someone with your butt, and then you jump in Lake Louisville and you live there and are smart.
That'd be awesome.
It's a great life.
I don't like that picture of that spider in that guy's face, so I'm gonna look the other way.
That's what nightmares are made of.
Why is he smiling? He's probably dead.
But speaking of like all these like powers and enhancements, and I'm sure people are tired of listening to that, but also don't fucking care. The show I wanted to talk to you about that I just started watching 2 days ago. It's on Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. It's called The Boys. First of all, I think it's a terrible fucking name, and it doesn't like show what, it doesn't let you know at all what the show's about. Like, it's kind of about these like dudes who get together to do this thing, but what the show, like the world of the show, the setting is a world of superheroes, right? Superheroes exist. It's basically a mockument. It's like mocking the Avengers, but they do it very well, very high production. It's very adult too. So basically, like this company called it's called Vaughn or Vought. I can't remember. I think it might be Vought or Vaughn. But they're like the biggest company in the world, and they manage 200 superheroes across the United States. They rent out those superheroes to cities. Oh, you get a 3-year contract, and so the Incredible Flying blah 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 is going to protect your city for blah 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 3 years. For $300 million blah blah blah. All this shit. Oh, there's the Magnificent Seven, which is like the Avengers, and like they do movies, and like they're celebrities. These superheroes are celebrities.
Do they also protect and crime fight and whatnot?
Yes,
they kind of keep it safe.
But you start realizing how produced and like it's a crazy environment. So like the show is extremely brutal. Like when civilians cross their way with superheroes and something goes wrong, like they don't shy away from what would really happen. Like, you would explode and you would look like that. Like, your limbs would be off. It's gonna happen. Like, if you were to just blow up, like this is what it would look. It's very adult.
You're like, did they blow someone up?
But the show, like, you start. I'm only on episode 4, but the superheroes kind of not start rebelling, but kind of
like they do their own thing,
right? Like the main one is Homelander, and he's kind of the Captain America, but he has all the powers of Superman: flight, see through things, hearing, laser vision, super strong, right? And he's like super goody, and then he's starting to get tired of being pointed around and like, we just need you to talk to these congressmen and charm them and blah 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 blah. He's like, wait, I made you guys $13 billion and you're telling me what to do, and I'm a why am I and so you start to see the turn of basically Superman, because it's just so good, and like it's funny. There's a lot of there's a couple comics that are in it, like play small parts. Like it's really good acting, great actors.
I'm definitely interested.
It's really fucking good, and like obviously, like I'm a huge like Avengers fan and like Marvel Cinematic Universe fan and all that,
and a fan of brutality.
And brutality. To be honest, brutal content. I guess adult content. You
Heard
know what
that.
I mean? Like that. So it's just like a super fucking dope show. It's really really cool, and like I think it's pretty realistic of what a society would be like filled with superheroes. Like you'd have to live alongside.
I'll probably have to check that out. I haven't.
It's on Amazon
I don't think I've
Prime.
even heard of it.
They haven't been promoting it as much as like I thought like they should, and I think it's because it's fucking called The Boys.
Yeah, when you said The Boys, I was like thinking about hanging out with the boys.
Well,
like that's what I was kind of thinking.
It's a couple dudes who like, I'm not gonna say how or anything, but they basically start hunting fucking superheroes, but kind of not really hunting them, but kind of hunting. They go after a couple people, whatever.
Yeah.
So like, I think when they're referring to The Boys, they're talking about those 3 dudes, but it just doesn't.
It doesn't. The title doesn't necessarily match like the premise.
No. Yeah. Exactly. And it's really weird.
That's weird.
It's really weird, but it's a good show. Absolutely check it out. Like, for real.
Will do. I watched, actually, I've been watching so many Lion documentaries that when The Lion King just came out, you
specifically texted me about 3 different ones.
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah.
Pacific Ocean. No, Pacific. For real. I've been watching a few of them, and a lot of them are new, and those are, I mean, just as brutal as any other show that you would watch.
They really are.
You hear lions like snap other lions' spines, and I'm like, what kind of equipment are they using to catch on that? But
fucking for real.
I've seen this one recently. It was like that little snap that I sent you, and it was this young lion, and you saw he didn't even have his mane yet. He was just a little shaggy haired dude.
A 16-year-old boy who just started wrestling, thinks he's hot shit.
Exactly. Yeah, he thought he was hot shit, and he's the 17-year-old boy of the pride, so he's like big hot shot and everything,
you know. Testosterone.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god,
he just wants to fucking kill.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And a male, like a fully grown male lion, comes onto the stage, and just, I mean, he's like, you get the fuck out of here or die. And like, dude, it shows him, he just puts his paw on his face, boom, puts him to the ground. That lion turns around like a little kitty and is like, you know, like has there's no defense. So it's kind of cool because like that happens, and he literally goes to one female and like says goodbye. Like he hugging, you know, she's laying on the ground. He's like hugging and whatnot. They're like putting their heads together, and he like turns around and he walks away from the pride, and they just keep recording him, and he keeps going, and he's basically out there in the wilderness starving his ass off. Like he's fucking dying. Yeah. And I can't remember the name of what they call that pride, but there's also another pride, and they call them the pride from the Glade, which is an area. It's like an oasis in Africa, and it's very lush and green, and you know, a lot of water. And there's a Glade lion. Similar situation happens to him. 2 lions that are brothers come back to their pride, and they actually used to control that pride. All the cubs currently are their cubs. Fuck. And so they come back, they're blood brothers. They come back, they fuck him up, and he gets kicked the fuck out. And so this unnamed pride and then the Glade lion are out on their own in the wilderness. And there's a moment in time, I think it's like a year later, you know, they're still just shaggy dudes, 18-year-old boys, and one of the lions is hunting a water buffalo, and he's getting his ass beat. Oh god! Like he's getting, you know, like backed up in a corner. That's a tough match for one-on-one like for a young lion. Yeah, there's no way. And so this Glade lion is sitting at the top of this ravine, or this top of this ravine, for lack of a better word, and he's looking down and he's watching this lion just, you know, not get anything done. And so this lion finally separates one of the water buffalo from its herd.
Gets him in a prime killing spot.
Yeah, and he's, you know, hunched down and everything. PKS. That Glade lion recognizes that he's like, I got to team up with this guy or die. And so he comes up next to him. They're both in like hunting stance, full hunting stance, and then they just start on the charge, and they become like,
that's kind of a human situation being told through watching animals.
It was crazy.
Because like if we were both in bad spots or in bad places and bad conditions, and we were in the wild, and I saw you having to hunt, like we would team up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, right? Or I'd kill you. Or like try to kill. But if I'm in a bad condition too, then I might be like, I need this person to.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna die if I don't help him. Like I'm starving, and he's trying to get food, and that's enough food for him. He can't do it by himself. Right. I gotta go down there and help him. That's exactly what happens. They tear this water buffalo apart, and then they bond through the blood, you know, and the kill together. And then I think that's how those I think it's coalitions, you know, temporary alliances.
I think you can learn a lot from watching nature documentaries and watching, you know, learning a lot when it comes to human interaction through animal interaction, like how they interact with each other in their own social ecosystems, like in their own social environments, and how they, you know, communicate and live alongside, whether it's through them killing,
especially with chimps and gorillas.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this documentary, we need to watch sometime. It's called Grizzly Man. And it's a bunch of footage from this dude, Timothy Treadwell. He thought that he had like a connection to bears.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And like
this
he
guy.
thought like he could, and so he literally goes into like this Alaskan like conservation like multiple times over like I think it's like a decade or some shit like that, and is always filming. And it's basically him like talking in the wild, and like every once in a while there will be a bear 30 feet away, and like what's crazy is like the bear won't do anything, right? And the bear will charge him, and he'll be like, "You stop it!" And like he's kind of have like he kind of has like a feminine like mannerisms and things like that in the way he talks. So he's kind of funny to like watch, and like it's kind of like you're kind of making fun of him, but then you're like, wait, you do have like these pet foxes that are walking around, but like helicopters like come by and they're like, you're not supposed to be here, and, like crazy shit like that. But it's a crazy documentary. You can clearly tell that he's not like fully mentally healthy. Right. Like obviously like he loves bears and loves nature and loves these animals and wants to protect them and learn about, like his intentions are good.
But they are wild animals.
Right. Well, he dies
by the claws and paws.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend
of a bear
get eaten in a fucking cave. There's footage of that. I don't think they show it in this documentary. They might have some audio or the beginning of it or something like that. It's out there. It's not like the actual footage. I don't think even the actual footage shows anything. I think I remember one time looking it up and there was like audio and like it cut off like when the camera, like it doesn't actually show like or sound like that much. But yeah, he fucking dies in a cave with his girlfriend.
What a way to go.
Bodies, they found the footage. Yeah.
That used to happen to humans all the time.
Right. But it comes back to show you like, yeah, maybe you did 50 times in your life get close to a bear and he didn't kill you, but he made that choice, or that animal made that choice. You didn't have any fucking thing to do with that. Like, yeah, creating a connection with a fox and a dog, and you can absolutely create connections. There's tons of people who create connections with big cats who, you know, are rehabilitating them or things like that. Like you can and bears, but at the end of the day, it's up to them.
Right. And a lot of those are when you, what you mentioned about people that make those connections, a lot of times that happens when the animal is very young.
Exactly.
Or it was born in captivity.
Which is a sad thing in its own. Right.
Yeah, it's very sad. Or it recognizes that it was saved by that person.
Very true.
And I mean, even then, it's still dangerous. I mean,
but think you can just walk into fucking Alaska, but I mean, the dude fucking did it for like huge. A decade, you know?
Yeah, those. I mean, especially when like the salmon are very healthy and plentiful, those bears get huge.
To me, he looks just like Andy Dick, and like he kind of acts like Andy Dick, and like. He doesn't like fully look like Andy. I think it'd be so fucking funny if Andy Dick like spoofed it.
Oh my god, that'd be so awesome.
Like I don't know, maybe with like an animal that's like not threatening at all. Like
can
like
you
prairie dogs.
That?
Like he's
oh my god,
prairie dog.
He's like digging in there, like hanging out with prairie dogs.
He's like camping and fucking Andy Dick.
And they're kind of like,
I'm a fucking.
The prairie dogs are like, I mean, we'll hang out with you. You're huge,
God,
like,
dude. Fucking Andy Dick. There's probably so many people who don't know who Andy Dick is, but like,
yeah, but. I mean, go watch Grizzly Man. You'll get a fair idea. There was something that was also weird about that documentary I watched with the Glade lions.
Oh, yeah.
Is what they're called. They had a special relationship with the baboons there.
Ooh.
And the baboons.
You know what? I saw something on like a BBC documentary. It was one of the nature where like the monkeys were working together with like another creature.
Yeah, these baboons. Okay, so typically baboons are known as like the what are they called? Like the sirens, or they alert when danger is coming by, and I mean that's usually to protect their young and to protect their troops and whatnot. But these lions, dude, they would be like sitting as close as you and I are sitting now.
Yeah,
and the cubs would not mess with the baby monkeys, or I'm sorry, the baby baboons. And, you know, the adults wouldn't mess with anybody. And it's because when the lion's belly was full, they were protected. And so they didn't have to worry about cheetahs and leopards and other, hunters in the Glade, because they were hanging out with a fucking gang of lions. And so there are so many scenes in that documentary in which, like, the baboons will be doing all their, doing whatever, and then the lioness would get in her little hunting stance with her shoulder blades popping up and, really low to the ground. And the baboons would all come down from the trees and they'd get real quiet and they'd walk along.
That might be the most like terrifying combination of creatures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like both
there's
of those.
There's even a cheetah that comes into the glade and it kills, or it doesn't kill because it turns out that this antelope survives, but it, jumps on, attacks an antelope, pins it down to the ground. And these baboons chase that cheetah off. Like, they'll sit there and watch and hang out with the lions while the lions are eating. They chase off this cheetah. They basically are like, you gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Like, this isn't your territory. It was crazy to watch the level of intelligence and the level of, like, collaboration that these animals had with one another.
Fuck, yeah. That's like...
I think it's called Lion Kingdom. If anybody wants to check it out, it's not Lion King. It's Lion Kingdom, and there's like 3 episodes. I think.
Watch The Lion King. Basically the same thing.
Basically the same thing. That was a great movie too.
Yeah, was it the new Lion King?
Yeah, I heard a lot of bad feedback or mixed reviews.
I heard basically just a lot of the magic was gone. Kind of like.
I mean, there was still some singing and shit, and I was like, I feel like a kid again, but.
Right. I want to see it for like the technical leaps that have been made in like that kind of CGI. Like that's
it was awesome.
Yeah,
they looked like lions. The fight scene at the end was pretty cool because they have like a war between the hyenas and the lions, which they didn't get too in depth with that in the original Disney movie because
they made it
that's
look
brutal.
sick.
Yeah, it looks sick.
I'm all about.
Yeah,
this podcast has been a lot about human enhancements and animals
and animal enhancements to humans.
Exactly.
If you eat the animal.
This is like one of the first podcasts where we haven't talked much about nutrition or good healthy things, but that's okay. Because
eating elk is, good for you, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, we did. Yeah, we talked about fucking,
taking
self-sufficiency.
Taking your own meat from the land, so.
But, I want everybody I think, this is going to be coming out. This is episode 5. This is going to be coming out after episode 4. We just talked about Rachel. We just introduced her on the last episode. By the time this airs, I'm pretty sure she will have made her introduction on Instagram.
For sure.
And if not, maybe a little teaser or something like that.
Don't rush her, though. She's in recovery.
She'll be there. She'll be there.
She's getting ready. What I would like to know is what you, the listener, what animals would you eat?
Yes, let's get some engagement.
And if you're vegan, what animal would you pair up with?
Spiritual connection.
Yeah, spiritual connection. Yeah. What animal would you like to take into your own spirit? One from the sea,
one from the
land, and one from the skies.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll make a good post about it. We'll want you to, it will be a sweet post. We'll have some representation of the 3 elements in which you can choose.
Water, and sky.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we're going to go think of other ways we can enhance ourselves through ways that aren't going to happen ever.
Hypothetical, theoretical, out of this world, but just not in reality.
Just going to be a couple of losers wishing we were superheroes.
I might go work out, but that's about it.
Yeah, but it's not the same as like taking a vial of superhuman juice. But
heard that.
One day we'll get our fucking Hawkeyes and all that shit. But
until then,
we out.
We'll see you next time.